Hello, this is Cynthia Mountain Accents. Welcome to my channel. I want to thank all my new subscribers that I've gotten the last few months. Thank all of you for commenting and all the likes. So what have I been up to and where have I been? I haven't got a whole lot of sewing done in the last few months. So today I'm bringing you, I guess, what I would term my summer makes. It covers June, July, and August, even though August is not finished, so I may get another item whipped up this month. We'll see. But I feel like I've not been very productive. But thankfully, I've got this little notebook that came with my Think Pink subscription boxes. Oh, and I've got it upside down. But I've written down my makes so that I'll remember what I need to talk to you about. And yeah, and then I'll tell you a little bit about what I've been up to. So we'll start with June. In June, I decided to make a Lynne Caftan top, which is a pattern by Atelier Jupe. It's a top and a dress. I made a straight size 14. For the most part, the Atelier Jupe pattern says 14 seems to fit me the best. It has the right amount of ease for what I like. And let me just, of course, I've got it near the bottom of my little stack here. So this is my Lynne Caftan blouse. And if I remember correctly, this is a CU at 6 fabric. I believe I purchased this from Beyond the Pink Door. I either got it from there or Hearts Fabrics. And I've added in a little label that came on my my May subscription box that is "You're the Zest." It's got the little lemon on it. And the only thing that I did that I was a little nervous about, because it was an accident, is that when I was folding up the dress pattern to cut the blouse, I actually folded it at the wrong place. So I ended up making it about, I don't know, close to an inch shorter than what the top pattern called for the size 14. But I'll insert a picture of me wearing this. It hits me at a good length, and it looks great. So I think I did okay. It might have been slightly under an inch, but still, I was afraid that would make a difference, but it did not. And the only thing about the top, and it's the same for the dress, is like here where the V is at, it's a really deep V. And so I have been like just putting in a little pin. I do have some of the little poppers. I had debated on whether to try putting a popper in here, but I've never used one. The little snap buttons, even though I have some. So I'm not even sure how to install them, especially on a garment that's already made, so I need to research that. So but this is a lovely top. That's probably the yeah, a little dressier top. But then I wanted another like loungewear type pajama top, and I had this cute jersey in my stash that was left over from another project. It's just pink and black. It's got all these girls on it with like different like bows and hair glasses and little striped shirts and different things. And I paired it with black jersey and made the Grainline Studio Linden tee. Now for the t-shirt version, it did not call for a band at the bottom, but I wanted it to be like the long sleeve that does have the band, and I added the band. And then as far as the short sleeve, they have a curved sleeve piece, but I just decided to crop mine where I wanted it, so I just folded it up and made it a straight short sleeve, and I'm very happy with the way this turned out, and it's super comfortable. I made a straight size 12 or 14. I think it's a 14, but in the Grainline Studio Linden sweatshirt. So that was just a quick make and super comfortable. And then I wanted another quick win, and back during the So Frugal challenge, when I watched a lot of the other videos, I saw the Rebecca Page Toronto tee pop up a few times, and I had never tried that pattern. I also had a piece of viscose jersey in my that I'd purchased from Beyond the Pink Door, and I actually saw Ruan at the Yorkshire Sew Girl make a top with this same fabric around the same time that I purchased this, and I kept thinking that it looked really great on her and that I couldn't wait to make it up, but I was scared. I was scared to sew the viscose jersey, since I have never sewn with that fabric before, but it actually sewed really well. And I did use Mariflex thread and my serger on that, but so I reinforced my shoulder seams, and I think I just used ribbon there, and it was some that came wrapped around something, just some little ribbon, and I added another You're the Zest tag, and this beautiful, I can't remember the name of this, but it's just like lots of splashes of color, purples and pinks and stuff, and it sewed up. It was another quick win. Sewed up really well. I did use a twin needle on this one. It's the first time I've used it's first or second time I used a twin needle, and it did a good job on the hems, and I was a little worried about when I hemmed it that it wouldn't hem well, because I found that I couldn't iron this, but it was easy just to fold up as I sewed, and I would just I went slow and folded it as I went, and it stitched fine. So that is the Rebecca Page Toronto tee in a size large. Then my next make for the month of June was one of the makes from the So Confident CCC 23 class that I'm doing with Jeannie from So Confident. It is a top that the fabric is not my color, and I think I'm going to dye it. So I saw where other people were dyeing theirs, and I had never even thought about dyeing fabric until then, and I think it was last week I decided to get out a piece of fabric and try dyeing the fabric just to see how I did, and it went really well. I bought the dye that is powder, and you mix in salt, and then some kind, I can't remember the name of some kind of soda that you use. Went really well, so I'm going to dye this next make. I realize the thread won't dye, so I'm going to have to find something that it won't matter, but this is the Style Arc Rhea top. It's a batwing style top. Like I said, I'll try to insert pictures of me wearing this. So it has a stitcher front seam and a back seam. Pretty simple construction. It has a high-low hem, and I've never worn tops like that, and I wasn't sure how I would like it, and so far I'm with the crop tops that I've been making, that I've given a try, I've liked, and I didn't think I would. Now, not to say that I would like anything too cropped that would show my gut or anything, but the length of these crop tops have been working out. And I can't remember, I think I made a size 12 in the Style Arc Rhea top. So that is what I got done in June. I'm going to take a break and pause and tell you what I'm wearing, because I forgot to tell you what I'm wearing. This is Maison Fauve Palma top, and it comes in different sizes. I want to say it's just like either 1, 2, 3, 4 or 0, 1, 2, 3, and I made next to the smallest size, and it's still too big. And I do have plans to make another one of these, but I'm going to take out, so you can overlap, I'm going to take out a little bit on the front and the back so that it brings in this shoulder, the width of the shoulder here, so there's not as big of a hole. It does have a tie at the back, but like this is just pull on, and so, but even if I did take out a little bit and I needed to tie it, that I could. But it's a nice little summer top. Apologize if my air conditioning unit is making too much noise. It just kicked on, and I'm outside and I'm sweating. It's not as hot as it's been some days, but it's still fairly hot. So now on to July and August. So this next pattern is the Atelier Jupe Lea dress. Now when I first saw this dress and I saw the photo on the cover of their packet, and I'll try to insert a picture of the pattern as well as pictures of me wearing it, I just didn't think it was a dress that I would like, and so I wasn't even gonna bother buying it. And then I saw Andrea make it several times, and I saw some other people make it, and the more I saw other people making it and wearing it, and like I said, we had some really hot summer days this summer, I thought, you know, I could use a long dress that just skimmed the body, that flowed, that was cool and comfortable, and just didn't have much of a sleeve, because I mean it was pretty hot. So I decided to give it a try, and I fell in love with the dress, and so I made two, one in July and one in August. So I'll show you my July dress first. Give me just a moment, because the dresses are on the bottom. So dress number one is made out of this beautiful viscose fabric, and this feels like silk, so silky, smooth against your skin. And I can't remember what it's called, but it reminds me of paint splatters, and it came in one of the Think Pink subscription boxes from Beyond the Pink Door. And when I couldn't decide what to make with it, but I knew I wanted to make a dress, and when I finally decided to do the Lea dress, I decided to do it in this, and it is so pretty. Now it has a v-neck similar to the Lynne Caftan, but then it's got this seam that runs across the top that kind of hits you mid at your apex. It skims across here, and then there's like a little gathered piece underneath it, and there's elastic that goes through here. And then you're also adding like this little flutter, and there's some bias binding. And I did purchase the sew along from Andrea at Beyond the Pink Door for this dress, because she has got some kits. I don't know if she's sold out of the kits or not, but she does have kits for the Lea dress. And even with watching that and reading in the booklet, I was not paying, I guess, as close of attention, and when I went to sew my bias binding on one of my sleeves, I sewed it to the wrong side of the fabric, because it should be attached to, like, the right sides of your flutter is touching to your fabric, and then the bias binding goes on, and then so that you can fold it out. Well, when I sewed it on, I realized that I'd already trimmed it. I realized I'd sewed the binding to the wrong side, that I had sewn it to the wrong side of the fabric instead of the right side of the fabric, and I had to unpick all of it, and then very carefully stitch it back together. And thankfully I was able to fix my mistake, because it was I could have cried if I didn't have any. I had very little scraps. The scraps out of this fabric and out of the next one I had was just like what fit in your little hand. It was just a minute amount, nothing that you could get anything else out of. So I was able to fix that. And then you got 3 tiers. Top tier, like I said, it's got a little bit of a curved here. Then you got your other tiers. Well, and I know on Andrea's Sew Along, she has it where you can take a little bit of out the bottom and make a belt. But I wanted the full length of the dress, and like I said, it's so hot I wanted it just to skim my body, so I made it without a belt. And then if I decide to ever wear it or the other one with a belt, I'll just have to use a store-bought belt. But this, I decided I wore it while I was traveling one day for an entire day, and it was probably the most comfortable thing I've ever wore while traveling, because it was just so comfortable and flowy. So I turned around and decided to make another one. And August, I've just not done a lot of sewing. Work's been busy. I've been having some sinus headaches, and then I've got other projects that I'm working on. Yeah, so I've been a little bit slower getting this one made, but this is my next one, and I made it in the Think Pink subscription box fabric. Box 17 maybe, and it's in this beautiful geometric print. And even though this is also a viscose and it's the same brand as this one, the brands are the exact same, to me they feel different, and I thought this one felt like a cotton one when I first opened my box. So it's got a little bit different texture, though they're both viscose, but it is lovely and flowy just like the other one. And yeah, so I don't have a whole lot to say other than that I really like it, and I'll insert pictures of me wearing the dress. And then the other projects that I'm working on is, I'm not sure whether people want me to tell what I'm making, but I don't usually do things for other people, or rarely ever. Asked me to do a special project, and it's make a couple of like carry style cases, and so I'm making those for my brother-in-law, and I'm not quite halfway through that project. So that's all I've been doing as far as sewing goes. And as far as life, it's just been much the same everyday stuff. Go to work, come home, and cook, clean, and my regular routine things. I do have some other projects in mind for sewing in the near future. I am going to participate in the project Dress a Girl. I saw Agata in Agata's Cottage post that it was coming up in September, and so to ask her if you needed any pattern suggestions, so I did that. And so I've ordered a couple of simplicity patterns from Amazon based on when she gave me her recommendations. So one of them is a peasant style dress, and the other one is a little sleeveless dress, like this pullover sleeveless dress. And so I want to try to make at least one dress, maybe more for that. And then I'm also going to try to make, I think I might try to make a quick make for me, like another t-shirt, or or a long sleeve t-shirt style, something quick that I can do up on the herbal locker. And then who knows what else I'll get into. I hope all of you are having a wonderful day, and I hope you take the time to comment and click like. And if you watch this channel and you haven't subscribed, then please subscribe. I'd love to have you here. Take care. Bye.